All right, well, we're getting ready to go to Stillwater tomorrow. Should be a nice, easy trip. We fly out to the NCAA championships with our women's team, currently ranked number 2 in the country, and with Abdi going as an individual, hoping to make his 3rd All-American in a row. Leave tomorrow, stay in Tulsa, then drive down on Thursday, do a course preview on Thursday. Then we'll stay away from the course on Friday, and then go up and be bright and early at 8:20 Mountain Time. The gun will go off, and it'll go right on time. It's on ESPNU, so I hope lots of Lobo fans turn on and cheer for Turquoise. We need some good vibes. Right now, as of today, everybody's healthy and happy, and that's the goal, to get to November healthy and happy. We do not know who will run yet. We won't decide that till later on. We have an idea of, it'll be the traditional top 5 that'll run. Then we'll make some decisions on the others. NC State is defending national champion. They're exceptionally good. I know in 2015 and 2017 we could not repeat. It's difficult to do. NC State's trying to be one of those teams that has a chance to repeat. Oklahoma State, running on their home course, I think is ranked number 3 in the country. They're very good. They were the Big 12 champions. They're led by Natalie Cook, a freshman who was one of the top runners in the country last year. Actually, the top high school kid in the country, and Taylor Roll, multi-time All-American. And then you have Alabama and Notre Dame, who are also both very, very good. So our goal is to get there and at least have a chance there. They're confident but not arrogant. They're driven to help each other as a team, and we're looking forward to the gun going off.
How big was it to not only advance from the regional, but to win it and to perform the way that the ladies did?
Well, the goal was to get through and not get injured. That was the goal. We did hold out Elise Thorner, who's been in our top 5 all year. Elise is perfectly healthy. She ran on the conference championship team last year that was at UNM North Golf Course, and did not have an overly positive experience on that course. So we decided not to run her because we didn't want any negativity going into this Saturday. She's very fit, more fit than she's ever been in her life, but we chose not to run her. But the whole goal was to just get through and be happy, and they did that.
So is the SOP to have nationals just 1 week after regional?
Yeah, it's the way it is. Yeah, so you don't do a lot in between the regional and the national. We did a little easy track workout today that we typically do. We just slowed it down a little bit. Didn't press like we normally would before a big race. So now it's all about recovery and making sure that they're hydrated, healthy, and controlling what they can control. We can't control what's happening at other teams and other situations, but we can control what we do. So that's what we're trying to do.
Were all the regionals on Friday?
They were, yeah. Actually, we had probably the least amount of recovery time based on the time that we started to the time that we finished. We'll have to talk to the NCAA about that. The East got 3 more hours recovery.
You're serious about that? 3 hours is a big deal.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I'm thinking, why does 3 hours matter?
No, but it'll give me something to talk to the NCAA about, because this time of the year, I'll talk to the championships guy, and that way I don't talk to the team as much, so I'll find something to pick with. That'll be a good one. I'll pick that one.
Glad I asked. I might have taken run with that.
So all you want when you go into these situations is a chance. And, some teams have to hit a home run or a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th. Some teams just have to get a hit. We're one of those teams that just has to hit the ball, and we're going to hopefully be in a good situation.
Can you look at the field? You named the teams that are really strong outside of UNM. Can you look at the field and kind of project in your own mind where you should place, where your top runners should place, say the top 5, for example?
Yeah, we have an idea, and there's numerous distance geeks out there that have created logarithms that do things, so we can get an idea of where we are, and we know in order for us to be successful, we need to have between a 12 and 17-second gap, 1 to 5. In order for us to be successful, if that happens, then we'll be in a good spot. It's just the way our team is built. If we're off on that, then we could have some issues. We've luckily been there around that time all year, so I wouldn't anticipate any difference.
Familiar are you guys with Stillwater course? Is this a brand new course for the girls?
We ran it in 2020 and ran actually pretty well. We finished 6th, but that was the COVID year, and we were under a lot different restrictions than the rest of the world. So we had only had 2 races prior to that. One was 2 weeks prior to that, and the other one was 1 month prior to that. So our season was literally 1 month long. We had women run exceptionally well. We had a couple that did not finish the season well, but it was hardly a season. You know, it was trying to cram everything into 2 months. And, you know, Danny was in a hotel in Vegas. He's probably got property now there after being there for so long. But so we didn't have a lot of time, but it worked out fine. We were in 3rd place with 3 minutes left. We ended up 6th. But as a whole, we actually ran really well. So I'm not overly concerned about the course. It's a difficult course, but you know, we train at elevation, and I've said this for years. You can't fake fitness. You're either, you know, the unfit are going to get exposed a little on this course, and the fit are going to be successful.
Coach, do you decide who sets the pace?
Nope. The domestique rarely wins the race. Right? In cycling, when the domestique goes off the front, it's rare that that person wins the race. They get tackled, they get gobbled up by the peloton. So the goal is to use as little energy as possible early on, and grind like they usually do late in the race. You know, we've been lucky enough to close down some big gaps the last 2K at Notre Dame in Wisconsin. We haven't had to be in that situation the last 2 races just because the races were small. But they work really well, and they find the turquoise and work well together. So we will not set the pace. There's a couple of runners in the NCAA that I have a feeling will take it out and take it out briskly. So we'll let them do all the work.
Have you decided what Stillwater theme fun thing you're going to do?
We have not. I know my wife has been talking to some of the women on the team. They got something planned on Friday night. I don't know what it is. I suggested charades, but
No, not karaoke.
you know, not karaoke. No, that would be terrible. But we'll find something to do just to break it up a little bit. So I'm sure we'll find a local coffee shop somewhere. I would love to have an open mic night. That would be nice if somebody could organize an open mic night at a coffee shop and take them to have a cup of coffee on Friday. That would be nice. So if you guys can organize that, that would be great. You can bring your guitar. No. No, this is great. So we're excited. It'll be fun.
Coach, you told us all year about how objective all the scoring is and what it takes to get from Mountain West to the regionals and so on. So now that everybody got past the regionals, how close was what you guys thought you had to do to just how everything played out?
Oh, it was right on. I think there were 6 teams or 7 teams from the mountain region. Utah Valley made it. Yeah, Utah Valley made it, so our region was exceptionally deep. There was really no odd things happen. There were some odd things on the men's side happen with Portland and Cal Baptist not making it. But on the women's side, it pretty much went to form. And those top teams did what the top teams do. They tried to get through it as easily as possible. You look at Oklahoma State, and they had a pretty big score at their conference or at their regional meet. But then you watch the video, and you can see the women talking to each other, so they were not stressed at all. The same with North Carolina State. They ran together, talked to each other. There's not video of that, but I just know how they run. So the whole goal is to get through it unscathed and move on to the next level, because you only have an 8-day turnaround with a travel day in there.
Is the UNM North course or any course out here in Albuquerque capable of hosting a championship?
No, there's not. It would have to be someplace that's wide open that you can handle the start. It's primarily the start. The rule says you have to have 1,000 meters to the first turn. So put that in perspective, that's 2 par 5s back to back. So that's a long space. We do somehow award national championships to universities that don't meet the specs. So maybe we could in the future, but it'd have to be someplace like Albuquerque Country Club that has a wide open space. But I just don't know the distance from the longest point there. But it would be highly unlikely that we would be able to host. The people that are currently hosting championships have dedicated year-round cross-country courses. So Florida State has one, Oklahoma State has one, Wisconsin has one, Indiana State has one, Virginia has one. So it's literally all they do out there.